everybody. Just thought I'd show you what happens when you try to run a jar file that's been signed with an old certificate. Here's a Java Web Start application, and it says it's an unidentified developer. Oh no, what do we do? No security. Say okay. And if you want to open something like this, I guess you got to go to the system preferences and click on Open Anyway, and you'll find that in the control panel for the Mac. Then when it opens, it gives you a warning, and it says certificate not valid, blah 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 blah, and you can get more information if you like. It's used from a website that's not trusted. Proceed at your own risk. And view certificate details. And then we get this thing here. Bondbutcher.com is the download site, but it was expected to come from something else. Looks like downloading from show.java, but expecting bondbutcher.com. So that's a problem right there. So it's looking like bondbutcher.com is where it's expecting it, but I'm not sure why it should expect it there. That's a big question. And then in the website is not trusted. Let's continue anyway. And the certificate's not valid, and we can't verify the identity of this website. Website show.docjava.com. Continue. And then we've got another website here. Do you want to continue? This certificate is valid. Has been used to verify of this website. So hit continue. And now it's running, but we had a whole bunch of warnings and it just kind of looked ugly and everything. So let's quit out of that. So what I did was I created a new mechanism for re-signing the file. Took the jar file and brought it local and then re-uploaded it. So here's the jar file. And to re-sign the jar file, I use a script. Re-sign file. And then I give it this jar file to chew on, and then it proceeds to do whatever it does, and then I do whatever it is I do, and then it does its thing, and then I do my thing, and blah 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 blah, and then it says the jar file is not time-stamped, and therefore it won't be valid until, well, 3 years from now, 2024, and I can live with that. So then I upload the index image frame.jar to the temp file, and if you look at where these things are being stored, it's in book blah 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 JNLP, and so if we change to that directory, we should be able to find the jar file. And there it is. So here's the jar file. And that hasn't been updated, well, in quite some time, 2017. So let's replace it. With the new signed jar file. We want to override the mode, I guess. Permission denied. That's very sad. Oh, that worked. Here, let's take a look at the date. And now the date is today, as you can see. So now what happens if you try and run it? And I'm worried a little bit about that mode thing. I wonder if I have to change the mode 755. Let's look at that again. Well, this is 664. I don't think it matters. Let's try it and run it anyways. So now we'll run it again. This time we expect different behavior. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's an unidentified developer. Oh no, what do we do? So then it's still an unidentified developer. Go to the system preferences and look at the security and hit open anyway. And then, are you sure you want to open it? Unidentified developer? Open. Do you want to continue? Certificate not valid because cannot be used to verify the continue. Certificate is not valid. Continue. The certificate, the website certificate has been verified. The certificate is valid and has been used to verify the identity of this website. More information. Validated by a trusted source. View certificate details. So now we have something a little bit different. Close and continue. Now unable to launch, jar resources in JNLP file are not signed by same certificate. Details. I don't know what's going on. Jar resources in JNLP are not signed by same certificate. So before it was working, but with problems. Now it's not working at all. Jar resources in JNLP file, not same certificate. What resources could they be? Now let's take a look. And what are we looking for? Java Advanced Imaging is a resource. And so that is the resource they're referring to. And no, indeed, it is not signed by the same jar file, and that will give us a problem. So now we've got to modify the JNLP file references. That is, we need to resign the jai.jar. File is write protected. This is fun. Let's go back and take a look and see what we can do to get this to work. I'm thinking we'll just make a copy of this file. Well, let's copy this one line. And then we'll delete it. And then we'll see if that makes a difference. I don't know if it actually needs that JAI. It might. It might need it. The connection is untrusted. The certificate is not valid, cannot be used to identify the identity of the website. Application blocked by Java security. Your security settings have blocked an application from running due to missing permissions manifest attributed in the main.jar. So now he's saying he won't run it at all because security. Ah, so here's the Java thing. So here's a trusted certificate. But there's no, oh, what year is this certificate from? It doesn't say. 2017. So this is an old certificate. I wonder if we can import a certificate from advanced. I don't see how to trust the website. Web settings. Oh, here we go. Application launched from sites below will be allowed to run after appropriate security prompts. Alright, so if we go back to the .java site, maybe we can convince Java to run. Also, there was something else in the JNLP if memory serves. There's this. Let's see if we can get that to run as well. So we added a couple of things. Hit apply. Hit OK. Let's see if he'll let that run. Cannot be opened because it is from an unidentified developer. So we go in over here. Why is it considered an unidentified developer? Then we go into security. Open anyway. Are you sure you want to open it? Open. Do you want to continue? Website is untrusted. Why? The certificate is not valid and cannot be used to the website. I think we need a new certificate for the website. Continue. Do you want to run the application? Unrestricted, blah, 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 blah. Do not show. Run. Unable to launch. Wrong name. Details. Now that might actually be because I deleted the jai.jar. So let's go back to the jai.jar. Oh, I seem to have lost the shoot. I've lost the reference to the JAI. This is it. So it looks like that needs to be resolved. So that's kind of where we are now. Just thought I'd give you an update. Got a couple problems here.